Hey, what's up, guys? eHero Evan here, back with another MACR deck profile. Star's been since I think January or February now, guys, but school's been keeping me really occupied. Work's been keeping me occupied, and now this is my final week of finals, so summer's coming up soon, so I should have more time to produce content for you guys. So today's MACR deck profile for post Maximum Crisis format. This one's gonna be terrible. I think heroes are gonna have a really, really tough spot in this meta because of the new hand trap. Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, I think it's called. It pretty much destroys half this deck, unfortunately. So because of that, and since that card's gonna be running around everywhere, and hand traps in general are gonna be running around everywhere, they're gonna destroy this deck until you get Dark Law out. Since with Dark Law, they can't send their things from hand to Grateful Cost, so Dark Law is gonna be really important. As well as the fact that Dark Law does kind of destroy True Dracos from what I've seen with Macrocosmo and the OCG. Just warning you right now, guys, I have barely played this game as of late, so all this is just completely based off of theory. So if things seem dumb, I don't know. I don't play this game. But anyway, let's get started. It's a 40 card main deck. The 3 Shadow Mists. Obvious gets you mass change when something through Hero Lives. Card gets you, pretty much gets you immediately to Dark Law, which is just absolutely busted. One sent to grave, add a hero from deck to hand. As long as you didn't add the mass change that turn. Just ridiculous. Just better than Shadows. 3 Bubble Man to get all the XYZ plays off. Trying out 1 Honest Neos in the deck. In case if you don't know what he does, he's pretty much an Honest. Except better in some ways. You can discard him from your hand during either player's turn at any point during either player's turn to make a hero monster. Any hero monster, elemental, mass, destiny, evil, whatever you have. That monster gains 2500 attack for the turn. So in theory, he shouldn't clog with Bubble Man, and it makes you guys get really big to attack over Masterpiece, as long as it already uses pop. Also, since it's not affecting Masterpiece itself, it's affecting your own hero monster, then, in theory, it should be really good. I've tested out Honesty Neos in a different hero variant, and it worked out really well, so then afterwards, decided to try it out in this variant. Next up, 3 Tin Goldfish to accelerate your XYZ plays, especially into things like Bahamut Shark. 1 Summoner Monk. I've never really liked Summoner Monk all too much in this deck, so I dropped it down. I dropped it down to 1 a while ago. I haven't really looked back ever since. Trying out 1 Solid Angler in this deck. In case if you don't know what it does, if you control a water monster, you can special this card from your hand, but you can also summon monsters from your hand for the rest of your turn. So I'm playing him over the Sunken Monk. So pretty much, if you have a Bubble Man or a Tin Goldfish or a Norden on field, you can just special from your hand. It does kind of conflict with Bubble Man plays though, since you can't special from your hand for the rest of the turn. Like, I want to try it out. Want to try it out over the Second Monk. Want to try it out over Goblinburg, over anything else really. Also, it's a water, so Bahamut Shark plays. You never know. I think it's cool. And the one only Maxi because Zodiac. And if you draw Maxi, then cool, you draw Maxi and you hopefully win. It does kind of conflict with Bubble Man, but it's whatever. Maxi's good. It forces your opponent to stop. Or it lets you get so much advantage off of it. It's ridiculous. For the spells, Triple Hero Lives. I still think it's the worst card in the deck, really. Well, I say that sarcastically. It's my least favorite card in the deck because I hate paying half my life points. And now with Ash Blossom, this card gets even worse. Because they can just, you activate this, they discard Ash Blossom, and then you lose 4,000 life points for nothing. And this card is one of the reasons why this deck loses to Ash Blossom so hard. Because you need this card to get to Dark Law immediately, and Dark Law stops Ash Blossom, but Ash Blossom stops this card. So if you open this and they open Blossom, then GG Nori. Well, still games 2 and 3, but who cares? Next up, Ecall. Rhoda for consistency. The mass changes, since you need to get your fusions out. Triple instant fusion because you want to see it as soon as possible to bring out your Norden to just continue going off. Double Twin Twister. I never really liked Twin Twisters in this deck. I always preferred MST or Cosmic Cyclone. Like, I'm already paying way too many life points off of things like Solemns and Hero Lives. I can't really play Cyclone as, like, it's not consistent enough, in my opinion, this deck with all the life points you're paying, since you don't want to pay yourself to death. Although, I hate the discard, but MSC isn't cutting it, so Twin Twister it is. Arageki, because it's still a dumb card. And Spa Desires. Spa of Greed. What else can I say? You play 3 of almost everything you need in this deck, so why not add the extra consistency if you have it? Card's still dumb. I need to get a 3rd secret eventually. So for the traps, I play 1 Treacherous Trap Hole and 1 Floodgate Trap Hole. These are the only 2 trap holes I play in the deck. Bottomless, I don't feel is all too great right now because of Zodiacs being 0 attack, 0 defense, something like Bull Rapier having those stats. And they exceed with the Rapier, then their things have 0 attack, 0 defense. Then they just put Whiptail on later to gain attack, so then Bottomless becomes kind of useless. I'm not doing double Floodgate as opposed to the one-on-one because I don't really want to have multiple names since I don't know why. It just looks better aesthetically, in my opinion, to play 2 different ones because it gives me more options. I was playing Nightmare for a while, but 2 Dracos kind of ruined that for me since they just tribute summon the Masterpiece, then it doesn't care about Nightmare, and then you're sad and everything. So I like Treacherous. It gets rid of Masterpiece as long as they don't tribute a trap. Gets rid of any 2 monsters in the field. I always make Rafflesia immediately as soon as I can, and when I make it, usually no traps in grave. So then Treacherous is always live when I have Rafflesia out, except when it's not. But we don't talk about those situations because they're sad. And also there's been situations where my opponents had 1 monster field, and I use Rafflesia to send Treacherous to destroy the monsters and Rafflesia, since especially if I draw Floodgate, Rafflesia is kind of useless. Rafflesia's done its job at that point, really. So then, I don't really care all too much. Just get rid of the problem monster, then I just go off next turn. I really like Treacherous right now. It's just a little underrated. Got 2 Lost Ones in. These used to be Forbidden Chalices, and then Imperial Order got unbanned, and I don't want to lose to that card more than this deck already does, so Lost Ones it is. Kind of sucks against True Draco, though, but everything is, right? 1 Torrential, because, this got put in because of Zoo originally, and I like it. Even though it kind of kills heroes, it's not bad. I'll kill my opponent and then go off next turn. We got some strikes. We got a warning. I hate paying life points, but I kind of have to right now. And these cards are too good not to play. And, yeah. Then for the last card on the deck, the Imperial Order. Is if you have, in theory, if you have this with the Dorklaw, and also backed up by like a Rafflesia or a Totally Awesome, something like that, then you should be winning that game, if I'm not mistaken. This card is dumb. This card also pays more life points, so it's dumb in the other way. But still, this is Dorklaw, and you don't really need anything else, really. This is Dorklaw is way too good. Although, if you don't want to play it, I really understand why, especially in this deck. You can just take it out for like another strike or something like that. For the extra deck. And some things may look a little weird, but it's whatever. Got the 2 Dorklaws in, because Dorklaw beats True Draco, apparently. I don't know. I've never played against that deck. I've also only played against Zoo once, and this thing should be good as long as they don't make Dryden immediately, which they will. The 1 Anki. I thought about cutting him, but he's still cool for OTK plays. It's like beating over something, grab smashing him into your Dorklaw. Yeah, he's cool. We got Norden, because why wouldn't you? Norden's busted. Norden should have been banned like a year ago, dude. Norden's way too good. We got Castell. I don't think Castell's all too great right now, but it's whatever. Castell's Castell. We got some Utopias, because you still got to beat over some things like Masterpiece as long as you don't pop it first. New addition. We got Tornado Dragon. He's from Maximum Crisis, and he's pretty much just MST. Steve has to material you player's turn to MST something. I like him. You just when you play Diagram or Zoo plays Barrage, then you just say no. He's also 21 beat sticks, which is not the weakest thing in the world. He beats over Emerald, beats over Thoroughblade, beats over what's that other guy? Invoker. So he's cool. I like him. We got Rafflesia, because I think Rafflesia is the best XYZ in the deck defensively. I like Rafflesia way more than Toad right now. I don't think Toad's all too great right now, to be completely honest. Then we got the Shark and 2 Toads. I never really liked 2 Bahama Shark in this deck. I did play 2 at one point, didn't really like it too much. I felt I was never going into the second Shark all too much. Kind of something for Totally Awesome. I don't feel like you need to right now. You could definitely get away with 1, and if you feel like you'd make it again, you just cycle yourself instead of the Bubble Man or the Norden. Like, I just kind of feel like the second Toad is wasting an extra deck slot at this point. It could easily be like the Master Acid I'm not playing right now. Also with Acid, I don't think it's too good right now since it loses to pretty much every trap in the game. And there isn't too much back row in the game right now. And if there is back row, then it's Paleo, which will just chain everything, or it's Dimensional Barrier that will kind of say no to Acid. Or will be Strike or Warning that says no as well. Toad's still cool though. Toad is pretty awesome. I hate the name. Toad's just dumb. Shouldn't exist. We got Emerald. I'll probably never cut Emerald from this deck. I just like it. I like having more than 3 Bubble Man circulation. Well, you know what I mean. Having access to more than 3 Bubble Mans in a game. You just keep recycling them. It's cool. Dweller. I was thinking about cutting him for a little while, but it's like, nah, because like you either open Darklaw or you open Dweller in the matchups where you want it, so I'll just keep Dweller for now. There's no reason really to not. And then last turn on the extra deck, Gaga Samurai. Just because I feel like sometimes this deck has a little trouble putting damage on board. So Samurai just helps to put in an extra 3,800 damage, or to attack over 2 random small things. You don't need Samurai by any means, though. He's one of the most cuttable things in the extra deck right now. I think he's good enough to warrant spots. It's good enough. Because sometimes I've had a lot of problems with OTKing where I just need like one more, like another 1,000 damage to OTK, but I don't. Samurai would do the job for that. Then for the side deck. The side deck's incredibly streamlined. Just 5 cards, 3 copies of them. Just 5 good cards that I feel like will be good for the format. We got some Lancias. Lancia's good against a lot of things. You can use it against some of the whatchamacallits. Infernoid Zoo. Well, Infernoids in general. What else? If Paleo Frogs is still a thing, you could drop it on them so they can't do the Rototodens. You can even drop it against Zoo if you really want, so they can't use their they can't banish Refusion Substitute to get Norden back. And then they kind of need to put the Norden back with things, so it kind of kills them for the turn. They'll be pretty sad, especially if you can just OTK them immediately afterwards. Then that adds some extra swag points onto it. Also Rogue ABC, sure, why not? We got some Crows. I think DD Crow is, after Ash Blossom, is the best hand trap right now, so second best hand trap in the game right now. Because good against Noids, good against it's really good against Zodiac since you just banish the Norden. If you get rid of the Norden, they're done. Or if you don't want to banish Norden, I guess you just banish a rat instead. But I would definitely do Norden. Or Fusion Substitute, but Norden, you need to get rid of that thing immediately because that card should be banned. So why not just put in the remove pile instead of the ban list? Am I right? What else is good against? I don't know what else is good against. Just against Zoo and Noids. It's good. Speaking of things that are good against Zoo, we got Retaliating Seas. Drop it on their Fusion Substitute. Then this thing's just another Dark Law, or rather it's a Macro Cosmo. When you, in case if you don't know what it does, when you pull an activate a spell card that includes the effect that was special summon a monster, you can summon this thing from your hand, and if it's summoned this way, it's a Macro Cosmo. So you just drop it on the Fusion Substitute, and they have to go into Dryden to pop this thing if they want to keep their Nording engraved. And then when this thing dies, you add MACR to hand, or rather, what is it? An Earth Insect monster with 1500 or less attack from the deck to hand, except Retaliating Sea. So, you add MACR to hand. And then you're good to go, because you don't care what they do, you have a MACR now. It does conflict with this deck a little bit, since you don't get your Shaman searches, and Shaman has to go to grade the search. But, it's whatever, it's cool, it's a good card. And actually got some Diamond Dust. It might be a little unneeded now, but I'm just gonna keep it in for now, see what happens. If you don't know what it does, destroy as many water monsters on the field as possible, then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each water monster sent to the graveyard, and by this effect. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. So using against things like Nekroz, Mermaid, Paleo. Even though with Dark Law they won't be going to grave, they just be destroying something to banish. You won't do any damage. But the point is, you destroy all the things, all the waters, and then the damage has been dealt from there. You set them pretty far back. Then even with Paleos, if they chain trap to Diamond Dust, then that trap would still be banished anyway, because Diamond Dust still needs to resolve. So I think it's a really good card. I also I don't know why, but I cannot beat Murmurs for my life. They always get super lucky against me, and I just cry because they always had Chalice my Dark Law. Then they big eye my Dark Law. I get sad. Or they always have Kaiju's for me. And, it just feels bad, man. Diamond Dust not really too needed, but I like it. I like it for myself. Because I have weaknesses. And then for the last card on the side, we got some Masco Strix. The newest errata says that cards cannot be tributed. So pretty much for Masterpiece, they can't tribute spells or traps. So pretty much, Masculine Shirt is just for Shoe Kings. I was playing a Key Beetle at one point, like right before right before Maximum Crisis. I was playing Master Key Beetle over Tornado Dragon because I didn't have a Tornado Dragon yet. But with Key Beetle, Cosmic Cyclone doesn't care about Key Beetle, so they just banish Masco Strict instead of destroying it. Then you cry because you no longer have Masco Strict and they can tribute all the things. I'm in a Masterpiece. Yeah, but anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Please leave some constructive criticism in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.